Guys, welcome to the first Unhack'd of the new year. I took a week off, a much needed week off, and happy to say that I'm back, and I was designated this one for Q&A, but there was a little bit of a problem, and it had to do with the fact that everyone kind of asked me about the same thing. So I guess I'm talking about 2020. Let's go. So my 2020, what's that going to look like? Really, the sky's the limit. I found that out from last year, is that as long as you put yourself out there and work really hard, you can really achieve anything you set your mind to. I accomplished a lot of my goals. I got a lot of unfulfilled goals. Of course, there's some big ones coming up. And I'm hoping to just be my very best so that if an opportunity presents itself, I would be 110% ready for it. So I've got a lot of health goals for the year that I'm going to try to set to. You're going to find that out on the other side of this. Hope you enjoy the new studio look. It's going to continue to evolve and develop. Trying to give myself a little bit of a different look here as far as where I film most of my stuff. Very excited. We've seen a lot of progression of the character of Jay Walker and how it's going to look and stuff, but I wanted to mix it up and actually talk to you guys as me for a change rather than just cutting promos and telling stories, just to keep things fresh. But there's a whole lot more story coming. First, I have to address one thing. If you're following me on Twitter and you have seen week after week me plugging away at trying to get booked for Joey Janela Spring Break 4, well, you may have seen a little something different. Let's go check that out. And I'm not sure what this is all about. I'm not sure who's trolling me backstage, stuffing a shirt into my luggage. Hopefully that's the end of it, but I have a feeling that somebody is trying to get my attention, and we'll find out who that is. In the meantime, let's go check out. I'm going to be in the kitchen prepping some meals, getting ready for my health goals, and I'm going to be diving more into that. And if you guys are looking at your own health goals, I sort of give information, so stay tuned, listen in, and I'll be back, don't worry. So this is one of the other big things. You've never seen me in a commercial kitchen before. This is part of it, right, is meal prep, and luckily I have access to a full-blown restaurant with a lot of ingredients that I normally wouldn't carry at home. So I'm going to get some chicken ready here. Finding the information, sorry, all the noise with the fans and stuff, but the information's huge for me because who do you trust, where do you go? And I mean, you're attracted to certain types of entertainment, so you'll find certain gurus or experts, just dealing with raw chicken here, that entertain you a little bit or inspire you or just connect with you in a certain way. So YouTube's where I go mostly because, you know, there's constant streams of information from the same source. So you're not crossing ideologies or philosophies with each other and just confusing you. I'll just stick to one thing. And right now, found a guy. He's really good at what he does. And he put together a diet for a full week. So that's what I'm going to follow right now is we're making chicken. That's going to last me the whole week. Throughout all the meals. I'm going to be super strict on this. Unfortunately, I had to use my cheat meal today. There was just no access to food. I was hungry in a hurry, had to record this. So that's my cheat meal for the day gone already, or for the week gone already. So now I got to commit to this diet for the rest of the week and weekend, and then treat myself another day. But overall, I enjoy the food that this thing's been doing so far. A lot of chicken, really lean meats, right, with healthy fats. So a lot of veggies, and I'm getting to eat a little bit of bread. I don't have to watch my carbs too much there. I'm eating bread and rice, so that'll be helpful as well. Can't complain at all about this thing. Just get a couple more here. So my advice to anybody trying to do a diet or anything is to go and find the research, find somebody that you find entertaining or that inspires you or has a look that you're after a little bit, and then try it out. And if it doesn't work, then you find somebody else and you move on and you try that one. And if that doesn't work, you just keep trying. You don't give up, because everybody's bodies are different in certain ways. Everybody's bodies work different ways. They react different ways to certain foods, certain exercises. I'm no expert at all. That's why I do the research, right? We're gonna season my chicken now, and apparently, and I have never tried this before, but I'm excited, is for some taco seasoning on chicken breasts. We're just gonna cover it in that. Super excited. I think this is gonna be really good. I look to the same guy right now for what I eat, how I should exercise, what I should be training, how often I should be training, stuff like that. We're going to try it out for about 6 weeks, see how it goes, see if I get the results that the videos kind of promised, and we'll take it from there. If it works, we'll keep following that advice. If not, we'll try something else and see if that works. But, trying's better than doing nothing or spinning your wheels wondering if it's going to work. It's just absolutely go for it. I like really spicy food too, so I'm really pumped for this stuff. No joke. And that's supposed to go in for 20 minutes, so that's that. And I'll talk more on this side. And I'm walking around in the restaurant, waiting for that chicken to finish up in the oven. This is one of my goals, actually. You're probably wondering why I'm walking around in circles instead of just waiting around. I'm walking because I've created a goal for myself, a little bit of a fitness goal, a little bit of a challenge, that for the whole year, for all 365 days of the year, I'm going to take 10,000 steps every single day. I've got my phone on me 24/7 pretty much, so it should be fairly accurate in recording my steps. Very active in my job, being at the restaurant, you're running in circles, constantly going after things, and it's very fast paced, so you get your steps in definitely. There's a lot of days where I hit 10,000 steps on average anyways, but on those slower days where I'm off or, on a trip or, doing some research or working on the computer and editing this thing, just to push myself a little bit more, to get in, to be more active throughout every day and not just certain focus days where I'm lifting or anything like that. Just trying to keep myself driven and focused. It's a total mindset thing. And to have a goal like that for every single day that is attainable, I think will keep me in check a little bit and hopefully push me to want to do more and ask more of myself as I continue to progress. I saw this on a couple of YouTube videos actually, and it seemed like a good goal. Something, like I said, easy enough. For 365 days, I was able to do the podcast for 365 days. And if you're watching this and you don't know about my podcast, well, you're missing out, right? 365 episodes in 365 days last year. Super proud of that. Super proud of the kind of content I came up with to keep that content flow going. If you haven't found it, go search for it wherever you listen to podcasts. It's called Source Code. It's with Jay Walker. You'll see a big picture of me along with it. Again, 365 episodes in the catalog to go through, learn more about me and my journey and motivation and my struggles, and just a whole lot of really cool stuff in there. Opinions on certain shows that happen throughout the year, like WrestleMania, SummerSlams, AEW pay-per-views, my All Out experience. It's all up there, so go give it a listen if you haven't yet. And if you guys are into doing the 10,000 steps a day, please, let's do this. I'll throw a feeler out on Twitter there, and we'll see who's all in for the 10K every day. So there you have it, guys. 10K every day. And if you're interested in joining me on this year-long journey of just looking after yourself a little bit better, feel free to hit me up. We'll keep each other accountable. I find it works better when we're in groups and inspiring each other and motivating each other and just keeping each other accountable for the goals that we set for ourselves. It really helps keep that mindset in check. Other than that, so I had the week off last week. I was going to do the Q&A, and I was doing some New Year's plans with the family, and things just never really lined up properly for me able to dive in and create some content for you guys. So at the end of the day, I decided, you know what, I deserve it. I'm going to take 1 week off, but you better believe I'm going to be back big and with something new and fresh. There's been a lot on my mind lately too, a little bit of stressful, anxious times, you could say. I'm a big proponent of change, and I'm a big advocate of social media and using it to advance yourself and to be able to speak to the world. And there's a situation where, and a lot of people don't see it because all they see is the negative in any situation, never mind social media. And I've been able to double down a lot, and through a series of conversations, there's been this really big struggle with change, and especially coming from a small town like I do, where there's like 400 people in town. It's really hard to see that change when you don't see anyone else experiencing it. And luckily, over the last year and some now with this vlog, I've been able to gain some eyes and really gain some traction in some of my biggest goals and dreams. And it's been really eye-opening for some people, and I see a lot more people really believing in me, and it's because of awesome people like you. And I want to translate that not only into the wrestling aspect of my life, but other aspects of my life. And I've had to have some real hard conversations with people, and I've again just been a big advocate of change lately, and we made some very big drastic changes that were much needed and a long time coming. And unfortunately with change, some people aren't very big fans of it, and it's very hard to change when you've been set in the same ways that you've been in for so long. So if you're out there and you go through things like this, it's very tough. You're going to meet some resistance along the way, and it's not going to be fun, and you're going to have some hard conversations. You're going to have to really test some people's patience and nerves and emotions, and it's just the hard part of change. But at the end of the day, I fully believe in what I believe because I've practiced what I've been preaching for so long now, and I've seen the success with it, and I hope in applying it to other aspects to help not only me but other people around me. When you live in those small bubbles, and I talk about it all the time on the podcast, Source Code Guys, when you live in small bubbles, you really don't have perspective of what else is going on outside of your little world. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to open up eyes and really, really show people in my life the potential that is out there when you open up your mind, when you open up your heart, when you open up yourself. You have to be able to speak for yourself and show the best version of yourself. And if you keep just sticking to what used to work, there's an entire new world out there that demands more, better, and more efficient, and just a whole lot of new things that are going on. And what worked then sometimes works now, but what works now really works now. And again, it's just something that's been really stressful. It's really been weighing on me. You probably noticed I haven't been tweeting much because I've been so focused on this and having to do a lot of those emotional battles and big talks. And there's a lot going on right now, and it's very challenging. I'm very excited to see it all play out because, again, I just fully believe in everything I've been preaching for so long now, and it's going to be very exciting. So that's about as in-depth as I can go on that, I think. But again, just very excited. New year, a whole lot of potential out there, so you got to really go out and chase it. Social media is big right now, so if you want to capitalize and make your situation better, your life better, your family better, there's opportunities out there to go out and grab it. You just have to understand what you're doing. You have to really do your research. There's a whole lot of education that goes into what I preach around here, and I have all the faith in the world. Luckily, I have a wife who has been an amazing support, even though sometimes she's very unsure of the tenacity that I have, the efforts that I put forward to try to make this stuff happen. But she is my anchor at the end of the day, and she really does see big things and really trust my vision and have my back in a lot of situations. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all of you guys who have really supported me insanely over the last year, and I know it's only going to get bigger and better. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys bigger and better, to grow this thing Unhack'd, to grow Jaywalker, to start, doing more with it, and just a whole lot of amazing things lie ahead, I think, for me and for us and just for wrestling. Wrestling's been so cool now for the past year. It's been insane to watch. I'm finally watching Wrestling Weekly again with AEW. It's awesome to see those guys succeeding and killing it every week. There's just so much right now. It's so cool to see that wrestling is cool again to a whole lot of people, and it's so awesome to have people around the world to share that passion with. And I think that's one of the best things about just putting myself out there in the first place, is being able to meet so many awesome people like you guys. So that's just about it. I'm going to wrap it up from here, but I have one more message that it pertains to PCW and my Canadian Championship. So guys, thanks for watching this one. Very different. Let me know what you thought of it, me speaking to the camera like this to you guys. I'd really appreciate some feedback and see where we're going here. Eventually, I think I'm just going to double down this year and get a legit YouTube studio going. This is a wild setup. I'll show you guys maybe on the Patreon. If I always unleash some bonus material on the Patreon, so if you guys aren't supporting, that's how the names are popping up at the end of the credits. So supporting me on Patreon, you get behind the scenes videos. You're going to get some extra podcasts this year. You're going to get a whole lot of behind the scenes photos and stuff, just some extra little tidbits, little journal entries of my own, some bonus content anyways, right? Just to show my appreciation for you guys supporting this crazy thing that I do. But I'm going to upload I'm going to show you a quick video of exactly how I have this little studio rigged up right now. It's insane. But if you want to do that, you head to patreon.com/IamJWalker and check out the tiers, check out what works for you. So far from what I hear, it's very worth it. I do send out signed 8x10s at a certain tier every single month, so look out for those guys. I'm going to be signing those. I was hopefully going to sign them on the video, but it's just not going to happen. I don't have them printed out, but they are going to get printed and mailed this week. So keep watching, keep supporting everything you guys do. Stay tuned for one more little video, and thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week. As a new year begins, I look back at my accomplishments over 2019, successfully cashing in the golden ticket, winning a record-setting 4th PCW Canadian Championship, shattering the record, and reaching over 1,000 days cumulatively as Canadian champion. I should be on cloud 9. I should be celebrating my successes. But there is one thing that is just eating me alive, and that is whoever decided to attack me back in the fall of last year. I have been obsessing, looking for answers, losing sleep because of one person. I'm feeling really close. I feel like they're nipping at my heels, like they're trying to make history with me and try to take my Canadian Championship. Well, come out, whoever you are. Because on January 18th, PCW's New Year's Knockout, we kick it off with a bang, baby. Because I'm ready to put my Canadian Championship on the line against whoever decides to step in that ring, and I hope it's you. I hope it's you who had the balls to come to my home, to my lair, to lay their hands on me like a coward. I want you to show your face. I want you to expose yourself. I want you to go face to face, man to man with me and show you why I am not only the greatest PCW Canadian champion of all time, but one of the very best to step in the ring in Winnipeg. You're going to find out real soon that glitch in the system isn't just some cute computer term. I will mess you up. I will do things nobody else is willing to do in the ring to get the job done. That's what makes me the most dangerous person in your life. So as soon as you step out of the shadows, I'll be there waiting for you.